So I was able to find this mini bank. But before I went ahead and cleared out this bank, I had another target that I was able to scout out. And I was like, okay, I found a bank, but I have this nice little target here with a nice leader that I want to take. So what I did is I made a little pit stop. Okay, I hit with cavalry because first of all, he probably is not in war gear, and from what I saw, cavalry was probably the best hit to hit him with. So here we go. He was 122, I believe, 122 million might. Let's see, this hit dropped them down about 10 million, which is an okay hit, but not many dead on that one. But I see here that he has cannoneers and ancient drake riders left, so you already know that when that happens, you have to go with the ranged. So here we go. Sent that out there. That's gonna pretty much zero him. Went to my research instead of my ranged. They both start with R, so it's okay. So here we go. That hits. That's a 0, and there we go. So we got about 8 million might down on that one. All of it was red. Now here is the little bank that I was able to find. Now if you're ever running a bank, make sure that you are never perfectly trying to time your shield, because if that's the case, the shield is going to go down and you're not going to notice it, and all of your resources are going to be gone. Another thing is that this bank, for whatever reason, had 1.5 million troops. Now, I'm not a bank expert, but if I had a bank, I would want the bank to be able to also hold food, because why would you have all of those troops? You're a bank. Unless this guy just wasn't a bank and just had a ton of resources. But looking at his kills and looking at everything and the resources given and all that, he looks like a bank. And again, we have found somebody that is in love with the tier 1 troops that are completely useless. So please, I feel like I say this every single video. Stop making tier 1 troops. They are tier 1 for a reason. They are the weakest type of troops. Even though you have 2 million of them, they're still gonna get wrecked. So please, look at that. 800,000 troops dead, and I barely took any damage. So we went ahead and cleared out this bank. We started to attack. Pro tip, if you use your gather gear when you're trying to empty out a bank or trying to take resources from an account, you will get more every attack, so just keep that in mind. Also, heroic fighters are usually one of the best to collect resources because they have a bigger army capacity. But regardless, we were out here emptying the bank, right? One thing you do not want to do, especially if it's like in a little hive like this, is check out one of my guildmates here on the top. He started to attack the castle right next to the one we were attacking. Now, good thing for him is that castle was empty, but it was a pretty high might castle. I think it was like 100 and something million. If he doesn't catch that, and that castle actually has some troops, he probably would have lost a lot of troops there. So just keep that in mind of what you're attacking. Also, this was from KVK. A lot of people were asking me how was KVK. My KVK was actually pretty damn boring. You know why? Because I went ahead and found this this fort. They wanted me to rally it. Has nice heroes, had nice gear, but I noticed right away that they are super heavy on range. So I was like, okay, we are about to throw it down. Now, also, when you're looking at forts, you also have to keep in mind what heroes they have in there. As you can tell, they have all ranged heroes. So that means even if they try to counter my rally, they don't have the heroes to actually back up the cavalry or the infantry that they might want to put up front. So regardless, if they're super heavy in ranged, they have all ranged heroes. That means that if I go infantry phalanx, doesn't matter what phalanx they're in, doesn't matter what they try to do outside of just changing the troops at the last second, they are going to get wrecked. Actually, I believe this guy did try to counter it because he had different gear on, and then he tried to throw in cavalry gear. I'm guessing that he knew that I was going to send a majority infantry. Now, my rally was mixed, but they were high on cannoneer, so I told everybody to send me a little bit more infantry than everything else. And this was pretty much my KVK. Like my KVK, I went ahead and rallied this down, and then I just pretty much held the fort for the rest of it. Like holding a fort is great, you get points, everybody can join in and get points for their solos and whatnot. But at the end of the day, holding a fort is not very fun. But when you're a rally leader, or when you're at least holding a fort, you can't really do much because your leader is in that fort. You can't really go around soloing people. You have to stay online. It's just not very fun. You get points, but you're not really gonna have yourself a good time. So there's that. But there it is. He went infantry phalanx. He even tried to put some cavalry gear on at the end, and it didn't work out for him. He didn't have the necessary heroes to actually do what he was trying to do there. So there it is. Easy rally. If you want to be a rally leader, first of all, you need a few things. You need the research, you need the gear. You not only need the gear, but you need the jewels, and you need to know how to rally correctly. Those are the biggest things if you want to be a rally leader. You also have to be super active, because you're the one that everybody's going to rely on to rally, to counter rally, etc. So if you're looking to be a rally leader, just know that it's not so easy. If you want to be a good one anyway, or at least a decent one. So there it is. That was my KVK. Somewhat boring, but it is what it is. Appreciate you guys for watching, and until later. Bye.